But recently, so I had this pain in my neck for like 2 years, 2 years. And I've gone to chiropractors, acupunctures, like different kinds of things, and it got better, but it was still there. So I finally called her over. She came and did a massage, and then I told her about that. And can you explain what you did? Because let me tell you, since that day, that pain went away. That pain was there for 2 years. The pain is gone. It was to a point where I had like just said, this is what I'm gonna have to deal with the rest of my life, right? And it had nothing to do with like my muscles. Do you remember that?
Yes.
Okay, so what did you do and what did you tell me?
So what I did, well, I energetically felt it, right? So
Hey, you. Subscribe right here at the Geena the Latina Show. Subscribe and make sure you follow us on social media on Facebook, TikTok, Instagram at the Geena the Latina Show. All right, let's get back to it. All right, today's guest is a very good friend of mine, Sarabeth Sulio. Thanks for coming on the show.
of course.
She is the heart healing singing shaman and founder of Royal Hummingbird Sacred Healing Arts. So she does a whole bunch of things. Okay, so I'm going to read exactly. Sarabeth weaves ancient wisdom and sacred sound into transformative experiences with the power of shamanic energy medicine, intuitive therapeutic massage, cacao ceremonies, sacred sound. She guides individuals on journey. You do a bunch of stuff, right?
Yes.
She just recently led a sound bath for me and my friends too, which we'll get to in a second. But I wanted to talk about shamanism because it's like kind of a word that people hear like shaman. What is a shaman exactly? Because you are a shaman.
So I am a shaman, and basically a shaman is, I would say, like, think about a medium. Okay. So I am like the gatekeeper between 3D heaven or 3D earth and heaven. So basically, I work with spirit to bring along healing and guide our way.
Yeah. And how does one become a shaman?
So you actually have to be initiated into it. For me, it was a calling. I was in my healing journey and found a shaman to work with. And throughout my healing journey, it came out that I actually am one to follow the shamanic path. And once I found, once I did through, a few journeys, it really was set in my heart. And that's when I started to follow that path and found the right person to train me. And here I am.
Okay, and we're gonna keep this real simple because you're saying all these words like, what is journey? You said I've been through a few journeys. What is that exactly?
So in my healing journey, I've gone through plant medicine journeys. I've gone through shamanic journeys in the sense of drumming journeys to where we can meditate and go to a space where we can find our truth and find out and get messages from the other realms and bring it through to be able to live it out here on earth.
Yeah. So what you said, so you mentioned you were a medium, right? And a lot of people
Yes.
don't understand what that is because you said you're a medium and you get messages from who would you say or what? I want to give a quick shout out to our food sponsor, Cravings Fruit. They're a fruteria in Santee, and they have lots of fruit with chamoy. Today, they brought us some tortas, sandwiches. They even got candied apples. Of course, they have all the green juices, and this, I believe, is a watermelon juice. Shout out to Cravings. Thanks for being our food sponsor.
So for me, it would be my spiritual guides.
Okay.
So I have a team that's up in the spiritual realm. So when I get into the zone, I basically tap in and I'm like, hey, here I am. What do I need to do with this soul who's in front of me? And I basically listen and I'm energetically guided to where I need to go.
Okay, so I'm going to tell you a story about Sarabeth, okay? So she's also intuitive masseuse. Is that what you call
Massage
it?
therapist.
A massage therapist, right? So you might think like, what? The first time I went to her, I didn't tell her what was hurting. She just knew. Like, she just knew where to go. And I woke up like, wow, right? But recently, so I had this pain in my neck for like 2 years. And I've gone to chiropractors, acupunctures, like different kinds of things, and it got better, but it was still there. So I finally called her over. She came and did a massage, and then I told her about that. And can you explain what you did? Because let me tell you, since that day, that pain went away. That pain was there for 2 years. The pain is gone. It was to a point where I had like just said, this is what I'm gonna have to deal with the rest of my life, right? And
Hmm.
it had nothing to do with like my muscles. Do you remember that?
Yes.
Okay, so what did
Yes.
you do and what did you tell me?
So what I did, well, I energetically felt it, right? So, I was like, "Ooh, I feel something here," and it was like basically at the occiput, which is like at the uh, layman's term, like at the edge of your, head, skull, and I could feel an energetic tingle, so to speak. So I was like, "Oh, okay, there's something here energetically," and so before I actually did the thing, I always have to ask permission because number one, I don't want to automatically go in there and be like, "It's okay to take out energy that maybe you're not ready to release."
Hmm.
So first I asked, "Hey, are you okay with me moving some energy for you?" And what ended up it being was an energetic hook. And so what I did was locked in, right? And then I actually just removed it.
Yeah, and you said something like what is an energetic hook? Because it was due to like,
So so hooks can happen pretty much at any point, right? So a lot of times when we're in low vibrations or fighting with someone or arguments or, something like that, sometimes a hook will create because of the way we felt in that
we're talking
situation.
about energy, by the way. We're not talking
Yes.
about like a muscle hook. It was an energetic hook that had latched on to me
Yes.
and was
Yes.
not going
And it was
away.
not going away.
Yeah.
And so for it to go away, you need someone like a shaman who can actually feel, see, sense it,
Yeah.
and have the actual energetic tools that they have received through their shamanic
Yeah.
training to be able to take it and remove
And
it.
let me tell you, this sounds crazy, but it is not. So she stops the massage. This is not like I think I just want to make clear. This is not her like she stops the massage. You do whatever you're doing energetically for a few minutes and then go back into the massage. And whatever you did that day, my neck, I swear to God, it had hurt for 2 years. It's gone. It is completely gone. Like, that's just crazy to me. So, and I love doing these kinds of episodes because I feel like in the Western world, we're taught like, you have a pain, go fix it with medicine or go fix it with whatever, go to the doctor. And I'm not saying those things don't work,
Hmm.
but sometimes no, all the time, there's an emotional part of it that
Yes.
needs to be released.
Yes.
And that's what the kind of massages she does,
Yes.
amongst other things. It's the emotional part. And you do the massage, which you're an
Yes.
amazing masseuse. Or
Thank
no,
you.
not massage therapies. You don't like to be called masseuse, right?
Right.
Why? What's the difference? Why was I every time I say masseuse, what's the difference between masseuse and massage therapist?
Well, for me, I feel like massage therapist is more of that professional
Okay.
designation, whereas masseuse was more of the other
Okay.
kind of
Okay. Massage therapist,
Yes.
guys. But that's just like one of the, things you do. You also do these cacao ceremonies. Can
Yes.
you explain what cacao is and why, I did one of these too, by the way. It's
Yes.
amazing.
So cacao is actually plant medicine. It is a superfood. So it is high in antioxidants, vitamins, and minerals. So it's not like a drug, so to speak, but it does open your heart. It actually helps get you from being in your head space, puts you into your heart space so that you're more present. And then it also helps you to connect with more of your heart, with others, and your surroundings. So once you take in the cacao, within 15 minutes, you're going to start feeling more love and compassion in your heart. It also helps, like in the professional world, where, like, if you drink this cacao, it'll help you with your focus and keep you more concentrated on your task so that you get it done. And
So it's like a cup of drink. It looks like
it's
chocolate,
chocolate.
chocolate,
Yes.
like chocolate milk, right?
Yes.
And you just need a little bit.
Right.
So did we drink the cacao after or before? I can't remember.
Before.
Before, and then she
Yes.
puts us through this sound healing thing,
Yes.
which let's get into that. So like a week ago, we did this really cool thing at my pool. And I know everyone doesn't have pools, so you can't do it. But I sent her an Instagram like reel and I was like, yo, can we do this? And we were a bunch of people, like we got floaties and we went in the pool, and then she brought all these, like these are just a few of the things she has that you guys can see here, like sound bowls. She'll explain everything right now. And you put us through a ceremony by the pool at sunset during the strawberry moon, which was one
Yes.
of the coolest best things ever. And then we had our little eye mask. We lay there, and then so when we started the ceremony, it was light, and then by the time we took our eye mask off, it was dark, and we had like all the candles lit up. It was a
It was
really,
so
really
pretty. So pretty.
spiritual, cool thing. But some people don't even know that this exists. It's
Right.
is it called a sound bath?
Yes.
Okay. So what is a sound bath exactly? Just for people that don't know. And by the way, if you're watching this, listening to this, we're gonna actually do a sound bath so you can participate like at your house or in your car, whatever. Just all you have to do is like really just listen and feel the sounds. But
Yeah, so with the sound bath, well, I'll just tell you from my experience. And basically, I set the intent of when I bring my sounds that I bring through healing with the highest vibrations.
hey, if you are liking the show and you want it to keep going, you got to help us by subscribing. It's real easy. Just subscribe right here. Also, comment. I don't care if you hate it. You can comment that you hate it. Comment that you love the show. We just need your engagement to keep it going. Also, if you're on social media, follow us on Facebook, TikTok, Instagram at the Geena the Latina Show. All right, let's get back to it.
And so I use instruments like crystal singing bowls, tuning forks, a therapy harp. And when I play these instruments, it basically plays a vibration, a frequency that actually brings through cellular healing and allows you to move the energy that's stuck in your body so that you can continue to move on and heal.
Could you explain a little bit about that, just like for people that don't understand, how can sounds move cellular energy through my body? Like for people that like don't understand that.
Well, okay, so like for instance, this therapy harp, right? When I play this on your body, you can feel the vibrations
You
of
really
the
can.
strings and the tones enter your body. And as that's doing that, the cells of your inside are actually receiving that vibration. And when that is vibrating, it's moving like the fluids in your body. So it's allowing the stuff to move so that you can flush it out.
Yeah.
So and with the different tones within the strings or within the harp, it moves different things in your body. So, like, again, tone and frequency and all that, it plays a whole.
And a lot of people don't realize, a lot of like, say you could be feeling like depressed or sad or anxious or just, like, that could be stuck energy in your body that
Yes.
needs to be moved out. And that's why I
Correct.
like to do these different episodes, because there's lots of different ways you can move energy out.
Yes.
And not everything works for everybody, but
Correct.
everything like this will work for somebody, right?
Correct.
So that's why I wanted to introduce sound healing, because if you've been at a place where you felt stuck, or you're just like stressed out from work, or you just feel like blah every day, that's not how we're supposed to feel.
No, not
Like
at all.
we're supposed to like wake up feeling great, right?
Joyful.
And and there's a
Yes.
lot of different reasons. It could be the food you eat, it could be what's going on, but sound healing will move that stuck energy. Because when you're like, say you're trying to, I always talk about people like, oh, I'm trying to do this.
Mhm.
I've been so good, I've been meditating, I've been doing great, but I still feel like shit. Maybe there's energy stuck that
Yep.
needs to get out through
Definitely.
massage, through sound healing, through whatever. So I encourage you, if you're watching this or listening to, try different things.
Definitely.
And not everything is going to work for everyone, but try different. We got to get that energy out of us. I always say,
Yeah.
like, sometimes I'll text her or my other friend, like, yeah, I have some energy stuck in us. Like, and there's cutting cords, there's all these things,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
So, okay. So can we do the sound healing
Of course.
Okay.
Yes,
so,
yes.
so if you're listening or if you're watching, what do people need to do while you do this?
So you just need to find a comfortable spot, lay down, close your eyes, and then you just follow the sounds.
Okay, so lay down. Obviously, if you're driving and you're listening to, you can't do it. But if you're
Right.
watching this at home, you can lay down, or you can just sit
Or
and close
sit.
it,
Yeah.
sit and close your eyes.
Yep.
And okay, and that's all I got to do. So okay, here we go. Good
right.
setup. We're gonna set up the
Okay.
sound bowls. You want me to move anything for you?
Yes.
Okay, I'll move this. Move this. All right, here you can give me that. I can move it. And crew, if you can, I would like you to participate just to get it. But if you can't and you're working, it's fine. It's cool. She's setting up her sound. What are these?
So these are sound bowls, and these have relate to different chakras. So I chose these 3 specific sound bowls because they actually accompany the notes of the harp.
Move your mic closer, yeah. Okay, so how do you know, like, if you're getting like a sound bowl at home? Because I have one of these.
Mhm.
How do you know? Like, mine came with is a heart sound bowl, and I was just told that when I bought it. But is there any way for us to tell, or is it just like when you buy it?
Usually, so I mean, usually if they tell you it's a heart bowl,
You can move the mic. Yeah,
usually if they tell you it's a heart bowl, it's a heart bowl.
yeah.
But they also, so each chakra in our system also carries a specific note. So with the chakra bowl, it's the C.
See, okay,
So, yeah, most oftentimes when you go to a crystal singing bowl shop, they will tell you what notes and what crystals your bowls are. Because these are just my normal frosted bowls, but they also have actual crystal bowls, like actual crystal. Like these are quartz, but
okay.
different quartz.
So if you're like a newbie and you want to get one, can we just go buy anyone, or what do you suggest?
You can go buy anyone, yeah. And honestly, it's you always want to do it intentionally. You want to intentionally pick your bowl.
Okay,
So,
all right. So we ready for this?
yes.
Hey, you, if you're watching this, subscribe. I know you're watching because we have the analytics, and a lot of people that watch us are not actually subscribed to our YouTube channel. So subscribe and like at the Geena the Latina Show on YouTube, on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, at the Geena the Latina Show. Let's get back to the show.
Ah, 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 ah. And when you're ready, you can bring your attention back to the room. Slowly wiggle your toes and fingers and open your eyes.
That was awesome. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
If you're watching or listening, this is just like a little, I don't even know how long that was, but it's just a little bit of what Sarabeth does. And if you really sat down and laid down, you really felt like the energy. I mean, I feel energy like moving out of my body or just like putting you in a state of like relaxation, which is moving
Yes.
energy, correct?
Yes.
Oh
Yes.
man. Whew. How do we talk after that? I really wanted to quickly, I wanted you, if you're okay, sharing your story of when you were driving over, because this is how energy and the universe works. And I feel like this can happen to you too if you're looking out for the signs.
Yes. So on my way here, driving over here, I asked Spirit, I asked God, the universe. I just, I was like, hey, I'm on my way to go do my podcast interview. Please, infuse me with the words that need to come out. And, as I was driving, a car passes by me and I look at the license plate, and the license plate had 622SS. And the reason why this is significant to me is because the number 6 is my life path number in numerology. 22 is the day of my birthday, and SS is my initials. So I was like, all right,
You
we're
got this,
good. We
right?
got this,
And the universe
so
shows you signs all the time.
all the
Most of the
time.
time, we're not looking for them, but especially when you ask, you will
Yes.
receive. And
Yes.
I believe that. So thank you for sharing
Of course.
everything. Where can people find you on Instagram?
Yes, on Instagram, my handle is royal.hummingbird. You can find me on TikTok. You can find me on Facebook.
Same thing at Royal.
Yes, at royal.hummingbird. So Royal Hummingbird Sacred Healing Arts.
And you just opened up your new studio. If you are in San Diego and you're for local and you want to do any of all the things, where is it at?
Yes, so my studio is in Kearney Mesa. So I'm pretty central. So definitely come and book a session. I'd love to work with you.
And they can just find you on Instagram for that?
Yes.
Okay. Well, thank you, Sarabeth.
Thank you.
Thank you.